Monologue. Okay. Transitions for energy. Transitions. It's interesting. Transitions. Transmissions for energy. 718. It's from this line energy. So, man with shine your light. I rise as if I'm coming out. These are going to start to look different from this one as well. So I'm just going to be just recording because the way my camera is being, and I've been getting a lot of like secrecy energy, like not for all eyes to see. So some things will appear like for those of you that watch these, there's something in it for you. Key code activator. I don't know, it's like more like under the radar, right? It has to do with the protection, the psychic attacks, what's going on. For some of you, like, you could think it's these, or you'd be crazy to think that it's big organizations and things like that. You know, it's, well, for some of you, there is levels to this, right? Like, you don't really know what is going on, but you don't, for some of you, there's a strong emphasis on, like, there's something about family, inheritance, like an heir energy is more what I'm getting. Like these royalties, these things, like you are going to come initiated because of the bloodline that you come from. And there's been all of these signs and synchronicities that have been about learning the lineage, learning the times, there's things, right? And it's like, it's funny, in my notebook, my father's birth certificate keeps showing up. Right? And there's something about that, right? And then my daughter yesterday was trying to take off with her birth certificate. She's getting ready to be 18 and trying to get all of her stuff together, you know, and I'm like, there's a birth certificate again, right? And then people talking to me about synchronicities, right? And looking at numerology and just the different things, like so many pieces of the puzzle are coming together. You just have to look for them. The downloads that I was getting is I'm hearing the Lyran Council come through. Completion, perfection, celebration, higher level and order. There's always a higher level of order to everything. Everything is like energy, right? Everything is energetically connected, right? So there's this, I'm hearing this powerful move, right? I feel like you already know what to do. Like they've been gathering me to like all of the work, right, that I've done. Or all of the work that you've put into stuff, right? Like all of the work, the time, the energy that you put in goes in somewhere, right? Cosmic synergy between stars, signs, and numbers. These are all of like my downloads messages that come through, right? Which I don't really share a lot of these, and they're kind of like, I know, because like I have my books of shadows and stuff. It's like I had to start doing things differently too, because my book of shadows are compromised, like straight up. Like I got separated from like 4 of them. And yeah, but like that's one thing I know that bothers me. Like I like to have respect, and some of you could be finding out, look, fairy blood and Heoke archetype, you could be finding out like some of your family. Ooh, in the 11 or the elven realm, I've been getting something like very magical. That's why you a boss manifester. You need to really listen. Like you are from another realm, like that's why it's like this is within your blood. Like your DNA is different, okay, because of the hybrid that you are. And this one on top of my notes, I pulled these like a week ago to go through them, but this is one of the last ones I wrote, and it always surfaces to the top. Evil soul tie, shape-shifting energy masquerading around an energy, so sometimes you can't really see people for what they are, and their mask could be falling off. Astral projection and spiritual warfare. So for a lot of you, like, especially like me, like I've been isolated, you know what I mean? And I've literally seen people turn right in front of my eyes that are close to me by their level of emotions, right? I've been seeing, like, I know when, like, the waves of energy, like, the bands of waves are getting sent out. You start to just, man, Christ consciousness journaling. And that funny, as I was talking about, I've been finding different ways to journal. And it's also neat, too, because me doing it with the Post-it notes, like, I can move things around and then different messages come about. Oh, there's a little secret for some of you that do journal and stuff. Like, you want a way to maximize on what you write down, right? Whatever you feel is important and significant, post it, right? And you may feel to write the same thing out in 3 different ones, but they could be setting you up for a higher level of messaging, like communication. Okay, so there's. All right, we're gonna keep working right now. What's up? Shamans use crystals for healing. You guys could be, just like how you can intermatch different crystals and the message, to me, the energy that you're pulling through. For some of you, you're going to be able to cosmic soul family. Maybe this will allow you to connect more with your cosmic soul family. Whatever you feel to channel with, like, that's what I love seeing. And it's also a sign, too, to me, of who my star family, my soul tribe is, because we're very intelligent, highly intelligent, in fact. I don't like to go say that, but just pay attention to what we do. The patterns, the ideas, like, there's always, and like, I always find a way, if somebody has like a vision, I can create. And it's like, I can, if it's not something that I can physically change with everything that I already have, which I think in ways of using things that others may not think of, then it's, I bring in an opportunity. They're showing me the 3 of Wands in my mind's eye. Like, the one of my favorite interpretations I've seen is where the 3 Wands, that 2 of them are, the 3rd wand is laying across both of the 2, right? So it's creating, a higher perspective and a vantage point. Like, I see all of these, right? But I'm going to come up, you know what I mean? Like, I just love to create, It's one of those, like, yeah, I ran into, like, trying to perfect things, but that's what it is. Like, when you don't go looking for, like, protection or, like, or perfection or thinking that you're the smartest, you know what I mean? Like, how I wanted to say, it's one of those things. It's just like, it's known, but it's respected too, because that it's like, this is one that does things secret. You just go show results, right? So because you do that, like, you're definitely coming off with Christ consciousness level. Like, you weren't doing this for admiration. You know what I mean? Like, I love to see when things come about, and even when they do, they're not just like, yeah, I did that. It's just like, like, you feel a little bit like, I did that. All right. I mean, it's great you see that, but you know what I mean? Like, I did that on Seekers, so respect, do the same thing. You know what I mean? So, I see, you wouldn't think that. Most people don't. They're like, oh, when something's done in secret and it comes to light, oh, they're so happy that, no, because secretly then you were still really wanting that to come out. You have the intent that you wanted to be admired for this at a later date. This is more one of those, like, you do things you don't want the admire. You know what I mean? Like, you just wanted to be able to know that, like, you balanced it and moved, like, it's like one of these, like, somebody's on, like, a major, like, leveling up in, like, a game. You know how, like, it's like once you get through a thing, like, you keep going. You don't want they're showing me the message coming up like, congratulations, you leveled up and got a diamond and all of this, and it's right in the way, right, of what you're creating, and you're just like, that's great. You know what I mean? Like, I see you giving me that, okay, great, but I don't care. Like, I'm doing this. Like, that is the energy, like, I'm getting. So it's not like you don't want to hear it, so I hope the message is going off right. It's one of those, like, it's just, I'm hearing you revel. Like, no, I don't need to say that. That's why I messed up the word. Because I don't want you to feel like you shouldn't. It's like, let it touch you in quiet, right? Or share the love in a way that person's not going to see it. I guess what it is. It's just like how, those are really enemies, right? I feel that do that. They're ones that They want to take the surprise from you. They want to tell you so it's not a surprise. And sometimes people don't realize they're doing it. You know what I mean? Like, especially when it has to do with your business and, like, what you're up to and stuff. You know, that's why, like, I told my family, like, I didn't want them, I'm like, you know, just let me do what I do, but don't go, because, like, my kids, like, they would see, you know, because everything's always linked, they were thinking a lot about it, like, they'll see my videos pop up on their game systems, you know what I mean, and they could click on them and watch them or whatever, things like that, because you really do pull things. Oh, look, yeah, I can even, like, shuffle these around a bit. Normally, I just move them around constantly in a little box I had. But then they kept falling out of the box, so... You know, and I'm sure a lot of you will get creative. Like, I thought that... Wasn't there used to be, like, a post-it stand or something? Like, a receptionist thing. I've been getting receptionist energy lately, too. And like I've been seeing, so I started to see glimpses of Suits, one of my favorite all-time shows, right? And the one where Donna, where was I going with Donna? Oh, but I don't know where I was going with that. I lost it. Oh, but just showing her being, you know, Harvey's receptionist. So maybe for some of you, like maybe you need to get a receptionist or have somebody work with you, help you. Collaborate and put together your ideas. Like sometimes I miss the simplest things, right? A lot of times it's just because I limit my space or my potential I put into the fact that and something to do with confidence, you know, like I'm a mom of 4, right? You know, so confidence, love, romance, and needing to have this. Like, you have to be confident in yourself. And a lot of times, like, that's been a hard thing for me to do is to get confident in myself because I've basically been raising my children, like, on my own all my life, right? So, like, you know, that's what I mean. Like, I've had boyfriends, right, but it's like when they don't know how to parent or handle a situation, then you've got to reteach it. And then you've got to deal with the children and not trusting and opening up, and then them still having woundings from not having, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much that you have to do. It's so much more work when you deal with, you know, when a children's not brought up in what they consider the, you know, and especially if you had these children, karmic children, you had them when you were in a low vibration and you were dealing with things, right? And then they're encoded with the same genetic, you know, situations, their mind, right? It's all interconnected. They play out a lot of the stuff that you played out, right? So you may notice that, wow, you know, my son or daughter's going down the same, you know what I mean? Because it is all, a lot of times, you know, children come to clear out karma from their parents. And it's interesting, as I was just talking about that to a friend earlier, that, I was clearing out karma that that my father had done. My father went down the dark path and he didn't heal from his wounds. So we're talking to generational curse breakers here, right? Like, that's why for a lot of you, like, when you find out something, like, your lineage was waiting for you, right? You're the one within the family to break this. And for some of you, they have bringing me to the Ankh the last couple days. Like, so, like, I feel like you've been passed down something. You're able to unlock something. This is, like, a key, right? Knowledge, you're going to be getting something. For some of you, it's like, you'll get blocked in a cycle. If you're not learning the lesson, you're blocked in the cycle. As you learn what that cycle is, you break out of it by thinking of ways to get yourself out of it, right? For some of you, you know, let your ancestors, right, your spirit team give you the answers, right? So, and this is galactic intelligence too that's coming through because we're within the Stargate. So I've been connecting, you know, on these higher levels. So I'm going to keep this one as short because whenever I start looking at the clock a lot, then I know that it's time, right? So just last thing I'm going to leave you with is this is definitely, look, it went right back around to evil soul ties, masquerading in energy, astral projections, and spiritual warfare. Like, this is what's going on, but I'm hearing, like, unification, deliverance. Like, you're going to be delivered from the situation, because it's like, for a lot of you, it's like, this healed you, broke you open, it healed you in some way. It taught you something, it showed you something, right? Freemasonry, Eastern Star. Yeah, I was talking about this today. That's like I was saying, some of you, so these are closing messages then. Parts they wanted me to touch a little bit more on. So when I was saying, like, for some of you, like, finding out your bloodlines and stuff like that, like, I found out that I was an Eastern Star because my father was in Masonry, you know, and was a Freemason. And some of you may find out, some of the people that, like, in your family, like, they were high in the order. Okay. So, and then I was getting gypsy, medieval, like, you know what I mean? Like, you are a product of your ancestors, and your ancestors run through you. And some of you, there's a very ancient lineage, okay? And you've been protected in some sort of path, right? Like, what's interesting, like, about my father's birth certificate that I didn't share is that his name was never put on his birth certificate. So when he lost, and he didn't know it until he was older, right? And he lost his birth certificate when he was trying to go find it. That's when he realized, like, there was no record of him, right? So they had to go. And, of course, you need that for everything when he's trying to buy a house and all this stuff. And remember, he got, like, locked up. Government was always messing with it. Anyway. Always stop. So he had to search all sorts of stuff, down to elementary school records, all sorts of stuff to prove. And then, you know, his mother and his father, because those names were put on the birth certificate, but just his name wasn't, right? And then I was talking to somebody last week, another friend of mine, and she was telling me about how she's so pissed off that she doesn't have a middle name. Middle name is not on her birth certificate, right? You need that, you know, and I know that's your birth name that's given you, but it has to do with your ancestors. And then talking more about the synchronicities, right? I have 2 9s, 2 11 babies. You know, vibration of a 9 from my maybe. They're both a couple weeks apart, right? And my youngest, I gave her 2 middle names. A lot of babies are being born with 2 middle names at this time, realizing that. There's something very significant. So anyway, like, some of you are collaboration too, because think about it, especially when you come from a polarity, right? Or maybe your parents got together and they were from 2 complete different, and then you're a hybrid now, right? That's why it's like gypsy, medieval Europe, Freemasonry, and Eastern Star. Like, so, you know what I mean? So it's like I was initiated in an order, right? I remember going, like, all of it just flooded back to you. That's why I could say certain things, they're activators for you, like I was saying. And then it floods back to all of the different lodges and going around with my father and just everything. Like, what? Like, and how he would say things, right? See, he used to joke, he called it something else than what it was. I remember now, because I was just always like, no, you're not. Like, he called it something like, I get it now. So it's one of those things. Brotherhood. So you're finding out something. So for some of you, like, I was born with a karmic debt number of a 19, right? So I knew that I took on somebody's karmic, right? Karmic debt numbers are 13, 14, 16, and 19. So if you know anybody born with those, so first part of your life, you're going to struggle clearing out karma, right? I came to clear out karma. That's why, like, my bloodlines families were cursed. Because it's like my father was initiated to it by his father. And his father probably, you know what I mean? Like, my dad was the 3rd, right? So. There was something to hide it, to protect it. I'm getting this strong energy, like it was your time, you know. And there's strong, like, druid, pagan that's been coming through, plants, herbs, magic, making potions. And somebody's got color-coded chakra. Color-coded chakra video. This is an idea, right? See, something about Roman numerals. See, maybe that's a message like I was talking about for me, you know, a message for me for creation, something that I was wanting to create. See, cosmic ancestors and star keepers. So some of you got some cosmic ancestors. Like I said, you're finding things out. They keep showing me my true north, my destiny. This has to do with destiny timelines. Look, I'm 1,000% accurate and I can't make this up. Look, y'all. How cool is that? See? Empress, never a third party. If you're in a situation to, like, maybe you're realizing something was just put you into your potential. Something was, look, new identity, divine goddess. See, if you're ready for royalty, riches, respects, like new codes, like you've got to let go of certain things. Like you could be getting made aware of like what's not for you, what is not on your new timeline. It's like you're getting like a review, like a life review. You're about to go through a major leveling up. I'm getting like right now, Cancer season, baby. See, it says Cancer season. It's got some source code numbers on there. So it's something that came through. Maybe you're seeing those numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 1100. 1744, 1449. Chosen One's Gifts and Oracle deck. This was another one of my creations over here because I've created a Chosen One's Oracle deck. I just haven't got it printed. Thought of inspirations. Wait till the end of the video for more. Ooh. That's cute. I'll note my boyfriend out. So maybe you're finding out somebody loves you. Living in the matrix through drama to get a dopamine hit. Oh! Oh my god, that came out right after that. Okay. Some people trauma bond is what I'm getting with that. Maybe somebody always runs to something for that spike of emotions, right? The universe works with creators. Believe in the magic. Yeah, you can't be blessed with magic if you don't leave space for it. 22 on the clock as I say that. See, it's just like I know that I'm a magical being. I manifest like a boss, all sorts of things because I'm a believer. I believe in the magic. Like I put my intentions out there to the universe and it happens. Like just do it, right? Candle magic. Some of you, and you know what? Like just so you know, every single person here watching this does candle magic. You do it every year when you do your solar return, and baby, that's your birthday. Well, if you don't, at least you did when you were a kid. You started, go back to it. Ancient goddess awakened. Those are just little tricks just to show you that they straight up know. They hide this stuff. Who's to say it's not true for you? That's why I start manifesting over candles, baby. See what happens. You know, you can get into all the, maybe you're starting to learn what different colors too. I would suggest a white candle. I'm just saying. Everything is attracting. Feel what you desire. That's a true trick to manifestation. See, if you were stay till the end, right? To something right here. It's like the bigger secret. Everything is attraction. Feel what you desire. If you want to, if you can't imagine, like envision what it feels like, then you can't have it. Everything is energy. That's why sometimes you just gotta detach from all the things you don't want, especially when it's like you feel like so much is coming at you. Because if that's all you're surrounding yourself with, you're gonna keep manifesting more and more and more until you make a major change. But if you want to change the reality of what's currently going on for you, if you're in a time of extreme psychological warfare, and I got this through to somebody that was very beautiful, one of my Star Family members talking about like, I just seen a yellow butterfly up on the window. Alright, say that. Tan, or it was tan, I was supposed to say that. Okay, so personally, look up those meanings, but he was talking about, it's like you have so much psychological warfare and attack going on outside, that it's like as soon as you like get to your hermit, your quiet place, whatever that is, you go within, you heal everything around, because it's like, I got something for you, and then you come in, you heal, you know what I mean? Like, you're that powerful. This is a very, very powerful alchemist. It's like, just give me a few minutes, and then it's like, boom. Like, you figure it out. You flip it. If it's, I don't know if this is very strong, or like candle magic, maybe somebody finally stood up and is like doing return to centers. Okay, like, see, or sage is like, you finally clearing the space. It's like, you know, like how sage, like, takes all the negative, like, that is what you're doing. Maybe for some of you, you're a rare blue ray crystal hybrid. Like, you know, you're definitely a blue ray starseed, but you're also a hybrid. You're very rare, but you could be, it's a hybrid of lightworker. Like, you're a very rare breed. Like, I would get into this thing like, too, like a mother. You know, when she has a baby or a child, like, it changes the DNA, right? It's like something to do with your significant, like the way you have changed your DNA, what your DNA is encoded with. So this has to do with life experiences. Like, maybe people, I told you mother energy, maybe this had to do with some sort of DNA that you've collected from like what you have. You flipped it, like you're able, it's like you having like insider information. It's like you can pull on both. And it's like, this is something like you've earned the respect, because it's like when you, part of your DNA, like that's like what it's encoded, it's infused. You know what I mean? Something about the bloodlines, right? So it's like for some of you, like you've merged, or there's like a merger or like an alliance of like star families coming together. There's this healing that's taken place. You know, this is a very, very powerful starseed, right? Which I already said, my platform and channel is for the elite starseeds. It's not for all. And I put the intention out there because, like, you know what I mean? The wrong people get a hold of this. They let it go to their ego or what, you know what I mean? It will use it in a wrong way. If I'm straight up saying, like, you are highly intelligent, you always think your way out of it. You know what I mean? Giving somebody that piece, they're just going to sit there and they're going to, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those, like, you get revealed the secrets when you're ready. It's just easier that way. I mean, like, yeah, people can go infiltrate and find stuff out, but it's just easier that way, because then that, you know what I mean? Cosmic synergy between star signs and numbers is appearing again. It's this synergy energy. It's just one of those where it's just like, some people aren't pertinent, or what am I hearing? Like, purview. You know what I mean? Like, with I love being blessed with intelligence. I run into a lot of people right where I help, where you can read or seeing what people have done, right? It's one of those, like, I love having the awareness, the knowledge, you know, and it's one of those things, like, maybe you're starting to realize that, because for some of you, it gets overwhelming sometimes when the box opens, I'm going to say, Pandora's box, like when you get online, sometimes the flood of stuff that it comes in, it's a lot to handle. And sometimes you're just like, gosh, like, if I just wouldn't have seen this, then I could be this way and this way and this way. But it's like, no, you know what I mean? It's like, I would have liked that just to slowly reveal things where I'd only have a little bit to think about and not this much. But some of you were on advanced initiation. They're showing me water magic too. This is something where you're learning how to manifest. Like, you manifest with water, baby. Just, that's it. You manifest with water. You'll know how to use that. Connects, right? It's very fluid. Maybe something about the realms. Light irritates their demons, right? It's daily angel reading on YouTube. Okay. So maybe some of you are meant to be angel card readers. Some of you could be dealing with a fixed sign, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. Something with fixed signs. Ancient Goddess Awakens. Yeah, and they're bringing me back to the chakra readings, color-coded. And now they're showing me a layout of the seeker, the crosser, influence, hidden advice. see. I'm going to have to investigate this. 707 could be significant. Alright, I'm going to stop. I'm right at 30 minutes, so I guess they pushed you to go to 30 minutes. Anyways, I'm sending love and light to all of you. Definitely watch whatever you feel guided to. I told you any part that's not fitting, like, just leave it. Like, I didn't know they were going to have me pull on my little Post-its, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to do readings yet. But, this is significant for somebody, right? I feel happy, safe, and loved, beautifully admired, adored, divine, and honored. Wow. Start writing down what you feel. Feel your emotions, affirm them. Or if you're not feeling that, simply write them down and manifest them. Either way, it's beautiful. Cleanse your space again, stage. All right. Love and light to all of you. Bye.